Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing some more stuff under the hood, trying to hide stuff and make it look a little cleaner. I think I figured out a way. Since I moved all that wiring and stuff over there in a previous video, I'm gonna trim this cover a little bit to have this part go underneath of here and hide most of it anyways. And if you didn't see my last video with the oil catch can install, I got that last hose and got it all finalized. See, that goes up against the back of the firewall there so it doesn't look super cluttered. I'm gonna get some like loom and stuff for it and clean that up a little bit back there, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. And things like this, like that grayish tape that they used on the loom, I'm gonna put some black tape on that just to kind of blend it in a little better. Alright, first I'm gonna start with the cover here. Take the Allen bolts out and the bolts I have there at the back. Alright, I got the cover off. So pretty much this part will sit right in between the oil cap and this plastic part for the wiring. And I won't have to trim on that side. And then over here, I just have to trim on the cover just like a tiny bit out of this corner to fit it, and I can touch up the edge with the paint. I don't want to mess up this paint that I did. Alright. Got this side here marked with a Sharpie, and now I'm going to put some tape going across on the part that I don't want the paint to like chip when I'm cutting it. So I'll just put a little tape on there and try to make it as neat as I can. Alright, so I got the tape on there, and then I got the tape wrapping all the way around to try to keep the edge from like peeling or whatever. Alright, now that we have our weapon of choice, I'm gonna carefully trim this. Alright, got that all trimmed up. Now I'm going to take this file and kind of go over the edges a little bit and make it smooth and even, and I'm going to touch up the edges with a little bit of the blue paint. Alright, just make sure before you do any like little touch-up paint on it to make sure it fits, test fit it. But yeah, this side of the hose fits perfectly in between there. Didn't have to trim this side at all. I don't have the screws in it yet, but then over here fits just perfectly. It's that little notch. I might round that corner off a little bit so it's not just such a sharp edge. And I'll get some black shielding or something maybe for the line, or just leave it. Looks better than that big oil line just going across the engine bay. Eventually I'd like to get a longer one and try to plumb it to go behind there to hide it completely, but alright. So this gray wiring and stuff here, I just unclipped the clip here to this metal bracket, and I'm going to move the wires to go down to hide it, make it look a little less cluttered. Alright, so I got the hose wrapped with the black tape, and then that plastic clip, I just moved that farther up on the loom there, replugged it back in. That keeps the tension nice and tight up against there. Yeah, it's starting to look a little better under here. And then the screws to hold in the cover, I kind of just polished on my wire wheel on my grinder just to kind of make them look a little better. I also got the Motion Auto TV, blue hardware. I got that all over the place. Yeah, it's a nice little touch. I ordered another coupler for here that's black, so it won't look so ugly anymore with that red coupler. That was just what I had laying around when I first started the build. Oh, also, the boost gauge. I made a little bracket for the boost gauge. Kind of hard to see in there. I got it painted black, but it bolts on underneath there, and then I wrapped some tape around the gauge just temporarily because it's white. But it's pointing right at me, pretty much perfect for the driver to see. Still might end up moving it, I'm not too sure yet. I just didn't want to drill any holes, but the way I did this, I took the ashtray out, so a couple holes I ran the vacuum line, the wires and stuff like that, and then one hole for the bracket. If I want to move it and take it out, I can just put the ashtray back in and you won't see any of that. But just gotta try to figure out where to put it. Thought about maybe doing like an old school like pillar gauge pod, but just like a smaller one down there. Not too sure yet. I definitely don't want to be drilling holes in my dash because this thing is actually in pretty good shape. No sticky dash. I think when I got it, the person who had it before, either they scrubbed all the stuff off or took it out and painted it, or it might be a 2001. Not too sure. But otherwise, for a 2002, the interior is in pretty good shape. See, another idea I had was to, get rid of the stereo, obviously, but get like a single din, and then the extra space that I have down there, make a spot for the two gauges for like the wideband and the boost gauge. Might end up doing that. Get like a carbon fiber plate panel thing, and trim it out and make a bezel out of that. Stay tuned. Alright, super quick video today, but it's all these little things that add up and make it look a little better. Really like how the bay is turning out, like clutter wise. Eventually when I take the engine out to put the forged rods in, I'll paint the bay, stuff like that. But thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next one.